What is up, guys? Welcome to the video. Today's video is going to be my 2021 holiday gift guide. These are going to be my picks for the fitnessy person in your life, or if you just want to get yourself something nice this holiday season. I'm going to be going over fitness trackers, clothing, shoes, books, stocking stuffers, all kinds of stuff. So get cozy, get yourself a nice hot cup of cocoa, stay a little while because we're going to be breaking down my 2021 holiday gift guide. Now, real quick, before I get into this, I'm not receiving any money or sponsorships from anything on this list. All of the links to everything will be in the description below, and clicking on them, buying from those links doesn't send anything my way. So these are just things that have my stamp of approval, no sponsorships, nothing like that. But before we dive into my list, make sure to hit the video with a like. And if you're new to the channel, my name is Alex Rosen. I'm a personal trainer and online health and wellness coach here in New York City. So go ahead and subscribe. I try to put out helpful, actionable, or just entertaining weekly YouTube videos here. We'd love to have you, so go ahead and subscribe. So let's start with the most expensive stuff, and that is the fitness trackers, the wearables. And the first one on this list is going to be the Oura Ring Gen 3. If you're not new to the channel, you know that I have been a big fan of the Oura Ring. I reviewed the Gen 2 and the Gen 3 most recently. Essentially, the Oura Ring is a fitness tracker that'll track your sleep, blood O2 readings, workouts, body temperature, all kinds of health metrics that are really fun and interesting. Get an insight into your day. It gives you a readiness score, a sleep score, all things that can help influence you to live a healthier, better, more intentional, health-focused life. And like I said, if you want to learn more, you can watch my review right here. Now, the next thing on the list is, of course, the Apple Watch Series 7. You cannot make a list of tech wearables for the holiday season without an Apple Watch. They are so ubiquitous. I'm not going to sit here and explain everything they do because they do so much. But for a fitness tracker that does a whole lot of other things than just track your fitness, the Apple Watch Series 7 is the best one to date, and that is why I couldn't leave it off this list. Now, the next thing on my list is the Whoop family of products. What started as just a Whoop band is expanding like crazy. They are probably the most direct competitor to something like the Oura Ring, and for good reason. They're an amazing product, people swear by them, and they essentially do the same things that all these other things do. So if a ring isn't for you and you're turned off by the high price of the hardware of the Apple Watch or the Oura Ring, the Whoop family of products is a fantastic way to go to get all kinds of biometric data to help you live a healthier life. Now, these tech things can get expensive, which is why I put a lower price point on here, and that is the new Fitbit Charge 5. Fitbit has kept this market very affordable for folks. Now, the Fitbit Charge 5 is just under $200, but you compare that to the Apple Watch, the Oura Ring, and the Whoop, and all of a sudden, being sub $200 sounds pretty darn good. So if you want a solid, reliable, time-tested wearable, it's hard to go wrong with something like the Fitbit Charge. So if you or someone you care about is looking to get a grasp on like more quantitative data around their fitness and their health, any of these wearables are fantastic options, and like I said, links to all of them are down in the description below. Now, moving into the next category of the list, and that is gym clothing. Now, the first thing on this list, and it is an absolute no-brainer to me, is the Cole Buxton Heavyweight Warm-Up Pants. If you think you know good sweatpants and you don't own these, you don't know good sweatpants. When I mean to tell you that these are the nicest sweatpants probably in the entire world, I'm not kidding. That is a hill I am willing to die on. I am wearing mine right now. They are the best sweatpants you can buy. Yes, they're expensive. Yes, they're an investment, but for the quality and the value you get, I cannot leave them off the list. So if you want some nice heavyweight sweatpants that are gonna look as good outside the gym as they do in the gym, pick yourself up a pair of these Cole Buxton heavyweight sweatpants. The second article of clothing that I would have you pick up is very similar to the first one, and that's because it is the Cole Buxton Heavyweight Hoodie. It's essentially the top to the bottom I just talked about. These are super heavy duty, super heavyweight sweatshirts that you cannot go wrong with. Now, just like the sweatpants, they are on the pricey side. It is an investment, but if you want to hold a hoodie for the first time in your life and think, wow, my great grandkids are going to be able to wear this because this thing is never going to wear down, that's what Cole Buxton is doing. So are there more affordable hoodies out there? Of course they are, but in good faith, I can't tell you that any of them are going to be better than the Cole Buxton ones. Now, the next thing on this list is a little bit of a self-plug because it's a t-shirt that I made and designed for my audience, and that is the ARF Training Club tee. These are t-shirts that I designed a couple months ago, and they just about completely sold out, but I still have a handful of just about every size left. So if you want to look amazing in the gym and also support me doing it, These t-shirts are the best way to go about it. They're printed on like heavyweight champion t-shirts. They are high quality. And of course, you can buy it down in the description below. Next up, we have a pair of shorts, and that is the 10,000 brand Session shorts. These come in a 5-inch inseam and a 7-inch inseam, so if you're a little modest or you want to show off those quads you've been working on all year, these shorts are an amazing way to do it. So if you're looking to buy a fantastic short to either run in or lift in, don't look any further than the Session shorts from 10,000. Now the last thing in the clothing section are the Nike Dry Fit tights. Now as it starts to get colder, you may want a nice base layer to wear whether you're running outside or you're just like going to the grocery store on a cold day and want to have like a nice liner under your jeans. These tights really do it all. I've owned various pairs over the years and they've never let me down. They look good, they feel good, they have a purpose, and they do that purpose very well. Now we're moving out of the clothing category and into shoes. Now the first shoe on my list is for the runners out there or someone who just wants to get into running, and that is the Hoka Clifton 8. These shoes came very highly recommended to me as a daily runner. Your go-to, throw them on and go for a run type of shoes. They come in a bunch of different colors. They come in a regular and wide fit, and they're one of the most well-reviewed daily running shoes that you can possibly find. Now the next shoe on the list is the Nike Killshot 2s. And the reason that these are on the list is not because they're some fancy technical shoe, but I always get questions from clients of mine of what shoe should I lift in? Should I buy No Bulls? Should I buy the Nike Metcons or anything like that? And usually the answer is no. If you are getting into lifting weights, if you are in the gym, what you want to have is a nice flat sole. I lift weights all the time in my Nike Killshot 2s, and I have done so for years. Frankly, I think they're better looking than a lot of the tacky weightlifting shoes out there, and they do the job just as well. And they look just as normal with a pair of jeans as you're outside of the gym as they do with shorts in the gym. Now, very similar to these, and for the exact same reasons, are the Vans slip-ons. These are super cheap. I think they're anywhere between $30 and $50. Everybody knows what the Vans slip-ons look like. So as an honorary mention, I'll drop those in here on the list because if you want a super affordable shoe to lift weights in, Vans slip-ons are a great option. Now the last shoe on my list is for the serious runners out there, my long distance people out there, people who want to run marathons, half marathons, anything north of a 10K, and that is the Nike Air Zoom Alpha Fly Next Percent. I have a pair of these. These are not cheap shoes. I would not necessarily recommend these if you just are trying to like dip your toes into the water of running, but they are without a doubt the best feeling running shoes I've ever worn in my life. There is a reason why every top finisher in any marathon you see around the world is wearing these shoes. So if you've been waiting all year to have a reason to treat yourself or somebody else who's a big runner, now's your sign. Get the Next Percents. Now moving out of anything you can wear and onto books. I've got 5 books on my list here, and the first one is Atomic Habits by James Clear. This book is a New York Times bestseller for a reason. It is one of the best books that I have ever read about habits and behaviors, understanding your own behaviors, setting things up in a way so that you can best succeed. If you have goals that you want to hit, if you have habits that you want to improve, if you have behaviors that you want to change, this book is a must-read for anybody. The next book on the list is a classic in the weightlifting world, and that is Starting Strength by Mark Rippetoe. This book is widely considered to be the gold standard on barbell training. If you want to educate yourself and just learn more about the basics of barbell training and really get some serious in-depth knowledge that is going to stick with you for a lifetime, don't look any further than Mark Rippetoe. He's one of the best people out there putting out some of the most helpful information on strength training and has been doing so for years and years and years, and this is really his seminal book. So if you want to get better at barbell work, go ahead and pick up Starting Strength by Mark Rippetoe. Now the next book on the list is also by Mark Rippetoe, and it is Practical Programming for Strength Training. Now the reason I put this book on the list is because when it comes to programming for strength training, understanding progression and volume and intensity and all these things, and you're the type of person who wants to take their training to the next level and really understand the hows and the whys behind strength training, this book is the best place to start. Now the next book on my list is by Kelly Starrett, and it is Becoming a Supple Leopard. If you're looking to go deep into biomechanics and really understand and get an appreciation for preventing injury, maximizing athletic performance, and all of those things, Becoming a Supple Leopard is one of the best, most in-depth books on the market to do it. As somebody who is obsessed with mobility and flexibility, Becoming a Supple Leopard is like the ideal textbook for anybody who wants to improve and better understand mobility, flexibility, pain relief, all of these things. It is another phenomenal read to give you an education that will stick with you for your entire life of fitness. Now, the last book on my list is by Dr. Aaron Horschig, and it is Rebuilding Milo. If you've lifted weights for any significant amount of time, you've probably had nagging injuries that keep you out of the gym or limit what you can do in the gym. This book is really the antidote to those types of injuries by doing actionable things that you can put into your routine to help limit injury and get over small nagging injuries that you may experience in the gym. Very rarely do you get health and fitness books that are so actionable and practical, and this book checks all of the boxes. All right, moving on to the next category of the list, and that is gym accessories. First thing on the list is a TRX system. Everybody knows TRX. You can travel with them, you can set them up at home, you can do anything with them. They're fantastic, and I have to put them on the list for that reason. Next is the Trigger Point foam roller. I love foam rollers of any kind, but my favorite is made by Trigger Point. I have a full video on this channel of how to foam roll, and I talk about the benefits of foam rolling and all the rest of it, but one of the best ones that you can buy is by Trigger Point. So if you're trying to loosen up and you need some of that myofascial release in your life, look no further than the Trigger Point foam roller. Next is the 511 Tac plate carrier. As far as weighted vests go, this is probably the best one on the market. I have used this one extensively, and if you're into either CrossFit or body weight training or anything like that, this is the best weighted vest out there. Yes, they're expensive. Just about any weighted vest is expensive, but this one, if you're gonna spend the money, is worth a little bit extra more to really splurge and get the best thing out there. I absolutely love this vest, and if you're looking to take your CrossFit or your body weight training to the next level, look no further. Now, one of my favorite products ever, and that is the Theragun. Specifically for this, the Theragun Mini. It's a more friendly price point, coming in at around $200, and to have the ability to give yourself some type of percussive massage whenever you want to is just the best feeling in the world. Before the Theragun, I always found myself thinking, oh, if only I could really dig into that spot, or if only I could get a massage, but I don't want to spend the money on a massage. For $200, you could have that ability, and honestly, it's priceless. Yes, the whole line of TheraBody products are very expensive, but I think they are well worth the investment. And if you want to pick one up on the lower end of the spectrum, the Theragun Mini is the best option on the market. The last thing on my gym accessories list is the AccuMobility Ball. I have an AccuMobility Ball. I love my AccuMobility Ball. It's essentially a lacrosse ball with a flat bottom for digging into nice trigger point places, breaking up fascia, helping with mobility, all the rest of it. This is a small, amazing company with great support. I have long supported AccuMobility, and if you're unfamiliar with them, use this as your opportunity to familiarize yourself with their line of products, specifically the ball. It comes in 2 different hardnesses, and I have both of them and swear by them. Now on to the last category of my holiday gift guide, and that is stocking stuffers. No stocking would be complete without some socks. I'm throwing these Nike socks on there because they're really the only socks I ever wear. I buy them in either a 3-pack or a 6-pack, wear them till there's holes in them, and then I just buy a new pair. There's nothing incredibly special about these, but they're the socks that I wear. They're cheap and they'll fit nicely into your stocking. Now this one could have gone on our gym accessories part of the list, but it is resistance loop bands. These are super cheap, they'll fit in a stocking, and most gyms don't have these available for people to just grab and use. You can use these for so many different exercises, whether they're strength-based, mobility-based, or anything like that. And for around 10 bucks, they're a perfect stocking stuffer for the gym lover in your life. Now this next thing is kind of gym related, but I have to throw it on here because as somebody who was waking up for years, early in the morning to train clients back in the day, the Zojirushi thermos was my best friend. This is the best thermos that I have ever found for keeping things hot or keeping things cold. And maybe you're a coffee lover, you drink coffee as your pre-workout, and as it gets colder, you want to make that coffee hot as you drive to the gym. This is the best thermos, mug, whatever you want to call it, that I have found. It is absolutely insane, it is inexpensive, and it will slot nicely into anybody's stocking. Trust me, it is one of those practical gifts that you or anybody else will love. Now the final thing on this list is a sleep mask. I am obsessed with sleep. This past year, I really took it upon myself to really educate myself on sleep, the science of sleep, and how I can improve my own sleep. One of the best and cheapest ways that I have found to do that is a sleep mask. If you know anything about sleep, you know how important it is to sleep in a dark room. And living in New York City, where I have lights coming in from all kinds of different places, seemingly at all hours of the night, this sleep mask has saved my life and saved my sleep. It is dirt cheap. It's super nice, it's very soft, it's made of silk, you can get on Amazon, and is one of the cheapest, best ways that you can improve yours or someone you care about sleep. Alright guys, that is going to do it for my holiday gift guide this year. There were a lot of things on that list, so hopefully there was something on there for you, or maybe for somebody you care about. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit the video with a like, and comment below what you will be getting this holiday season for yourself, or for the gym lover in your life. I'm really interested to see the things that maybe I missed, things that you guys recommend. So let me know down in the comments section below. I appreciate you so much for watching, and I will catch you guys in the next one.